Welcome to another Road to Memorial Cup edition of the CHL Top 10 show presented by Kia. My name is Scott Vankoughnett, and today I talked to two more teams that have gone a perfect 8-0 after two rounds, the Sherbrooke Phœnix and the Kamloops Blazers. First, Tyson Hinds and his Sherbrooke Phœnix finished the season as the top team in the Q's Western Conference and have gone 36-3-1 since the start of January, so it shouldn't have shocked anyone to see them sweep Blainville or Drummondville in the first two rounds. The Anaheim Ducks prospect tells us about the upcoming challenges against Halifax, mainly shutting down the league's top three scorers, what it's been like watching Joshua Waugh take his game to another level, and how last year's semifinal loss has prepared them for the next series. Here's Tyson Hinds. My next guest from the Sherbrooke Phœnix is going to be tasked with the unenviable job of having to shut down some of the most dangerous shooters in the QMJHL. It's Anaheim Ducks prospect Tyson Hinds. Tyson, how you doing today?
Good, you?
I'm pretty good, thanks. Schedule set. You guys are off to Halifax for your toughest matchup yet. To say you guys are on a roll right now would be a huge understatement. 8-0 in the playoffs, obviously, two sweeps there. But over your last 40 games since the calendar flipped to January, you guys are 36-3-1. So how high is the confidence right now? Like, how good are you guys feeling?
We're feeling great, and it starts in practice and all that. We're practicing hard and everything. So yeah, we're feeling amazing right now, and we need to keep going.
When you guys are playing this well, like what kind of adjustments do you make, or do you try to keep status quo to just to keep everything rolling the way it is?
Yeah, like everything is going great right now and everything, but we still have some details to get better at in our games. So we do a lot of video. The coach are doing amazing jobs right now, and so that help us to win more games.
What areas are you guys looking to get better in? Because it's a scary thought.
Defensively, sometimes there's holes, or not often, but we do some mistakes defensively, and offensively, some plays we need to improve on and everything. So just overall basics.
Well, the Mooseheads were the highest scoring team in the queue this year, and like I said off the top, you got to prepare to shut down the three leading scorers from the league in Dumais, Lawrence, and Doucette, and they all scored over 50 goals. How do you personally prepare for something like that?
It's going to be a huge challenge, but for me, I think it's just doing my job, keep my game simple, and give less time to whoever I'm going to play against, so they can make plays and shut them off.
Well, you're a finalist for the Kevin Lowe Trophy as the best defensive defenseman in the QMJHL. How much do you take pride in shutting down the other team? How much do you relish that role?
I mean, that's kind of my game. It's always been my game. So, if defensively it goes well in the game, then I did my job properly and everything. So, I think I leave the scoring to Joshua and Melanson and everything, and I keep my game simple and play the good in D zone.
Well, the announcement for that award is going to be out tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, so that'll be out on Wednesday. What would it mean for you to be recognized with that trophy?
I mean, it's a big deal and everything. It's huge, and I'll be very happy to win it if I win it.
Well, like I said, you guys have been on a roll since the calendar flipped. One of those losses, one of those three losses, came to Halifax. It was a 6-2 game. You guys played them again and then shut them out 3-0. So, what did you guys learn in those two matchups to be able to shut them down the second time around?
I think it's just to less do less turnovers and keep our game simple. Little passes, good on breakouts, and keeping our guy in the D zone and everything. So I think we need to be more focused, and to be careful, and to not give them space so they can't score goals.
You have to be, focused, obviously. You got to have total team buy-in in the playoffs to have success. Is it easier to do that with a veteran team like the team that you guys have?
Well, of course, everybody's hyped. There's good weather and everything, but everybody is happy to be here, and everybody wants the cup and would do anything to have him. So we have a good team, mature team, and a good team culture. So we need to keep it that way, and we're in the right direction right now.
Well, scoring in the playoffs is always at a premium. You guys have made it look easy in the first two rounds. I'm assuming that's not going to be the case in this next round, even with the run and gun teams that you guys both are. But most of the scoring comes from in tight. So, what types of things do you guys do as the defense core? You know, the defensive units to keep them to the outsides and keep them out of those dirty areas to be able to get those scoring chances.
I mean, I think like I said, it's to be simple. You know, we have skilled team, skills forwards, so just give them the puck and you know, be safe and everything, and try to get pucks to the net in the ozone and create traffic and everything. So I think it's basically that.
And as far as penalty kill, you know, special teams is either it'll win you series, and you guys right now have a ridiculous power play humming at just over 54%. So no worries there. Penalty kill's a little bit lower right now. What types of things how do you have to simplify that to make sure that a team like Halifax, who's deadly on the power play as well, doesn't capitalize on those chances?
Um, First of all, we need to take less penalties and be more disciplined. That's for sure. But you know, we just need to do a little more video and everything, and to maybe change some stuff back there, and then we'll be fine, and we'll try to shut them off on the power play.
Has that been a bit of a blessing with all this time off to be able to get those extra video sessions in?
Yeah, our coaches are doing a great job right now to getting videos, and we're working a lot, and you know, it's just fun, and it's easier for us, and so they make it easy for us to play against them and everything.
Another bonus of all the time off is getting healthy and staying healthy, obviously. Ethan Gauthier missed some time. I know he came back in game four, scored a goal, but then he missed I believe the rest of the game. How's he doing? Is he going to be ready for the next series?
I hope so. He's practicing a lot right now. He's doing a great job to getting back in the lineup. He's really excited and everything. So hopefully he's back with us soon.
And you said everybody's having fun, everybody's having a good time. What have you guys been doing as a team with all this extra time off this month? Because I can't imagine you've had this much time off in your hockey career during the season before.
We have a lot of rest, that's for sure. But you know, we have a busy schedule too. So we have practices, workouts, and everything. So we keep ourselves in shape and ready for the next round.
Have you been doing any team bonding things? I talked to Justin Robida a couple days ago, and he said that they've been doing some golfing because the weather's nice there. What have you guys been doing?
Yeah, I don't golf really, but all the guys they golf it's not raining outside and everything. We all go out to eat sometimes, so it's no, we have a good team culture, so it's fun.
What's it like around Sherbrooke right now? Like when you guys are out in the town, are people coming up and approaching you guys, or is it just a everybody excited right now?
Yeah, the fans are really excited. They're really dedicated, and it's fun to watch. You know, when you go out to eat, and there's like, oh, there's Phoenix Sherbrooke, so congrats for the win and everything. So it's fun to hear.
And you mentioned Joshua earlier. You know, he was good this year, about the same as last year, but he's been, you know, at a completely different level since the playoffs started. What have you seen from him that he's been able to elevate his game to another level?
You know, he works hard. He's always in the gym, doing extra and everything. So it's fun to watch, and for a friend and a teammates, it's fun to. I'm so happy for him, and I think he's a huge difference in our team right now, and he needs to keep going.
Last year, you guys made it to the semifinal. You lost to Charlottetown 3-1 in that best of five. What uh, what did you guys learn from that series that you can use this year?
I think it's the maturity of their team. A lot of people lost. You know, there's like Brabnick who lost in the finals. We lost in semifinals, and I think we don't want to do that again and lose. So I think for everybody, it's like a little more motivation and everything to win the cup and finish first.
On the ice, how is this year's team different than last year's team?
I think it's everybody like gain a 1 year maturity. So just the leadership and everything. Everybody knows their job and knows their role, and it's fun to watch, and everybody's dedicated for at 100% to win.
Well, Sherbrooke's never made it to the Q final. So for the Phoenix to make it to the final, what will you guys have to be successful at in this next series?
I think we need to be disciplined, to stay positive, and just work harder to work harder than the other team, to the opponent, to win, I think.
And what do you think that would mean to the city?
It would be huge, the fans, first final ever. So it's already it's already sold out every game, like quick. So I think imagine final it would be crazy.
How much more of a boost does that give you guys when the fans are that rabid like that?
It's a huge motivation, and it's fun. You go on the ice, and you have chills and everything. So and our team, the organization, are doing a great job with the fans and all that. The whiteout, it's very fun, and for everybody too. So we're really excited, and we're grateful to have them.
You guys doing playoff beards?
Yeah, I'm trying to grow mine a little bit, but I can't grow a beard.
I was gonna ask. So who's at the end of the playoffs? Who's gonna have the best playoff beard on the team, and maybe who's gonna struggle the most?
Uh, I think me and Bramnek will struggle the most, but I think Monroe Boucher and Joshua Roy is gonna have a huge one at the end of the playoffs.
Okay, so next one, I'll get you to pick a breakout player from your team for this next round, and you can't cheat, so it can't be Waugh, it can't be Gill, and it can't be Melanson.
Okay, um, I'll say uh, I'll say Bramnek.
And why do you think he's gonna break out?
I think he's a good player. He has a good chance and everything, and I think he's gonna. I don't know. He's good in the practice right now. He's on fire, so I think he'll be great in the next playoff.
What's your favorite part about playing playoff hockey?
The fans, the just everybody's excited to play. It's fun to like the team. It's like the end of the year, and we all like we all love each other, so we don't want to lose our teammates and everything. So I think the pressure too. So the pressure's high, and I think the fans and everything. It's all great, and great hockey too. It's more intense, so everybody loves playoffs.
You got to play in some high pressure situations over Christmas at the World Juniors. There's one play in particular that I want to ask you about, and that's the Canada-Slovakia game. Halfway through the third period, and you guys are up, and you come through with a massive glove save.
Throws it back in front, and a chance of another chance. First and goal, shoot, second chance, touchdown, another chance, knocked away, take down the ice by Gaucher. How this did not go in. Secor on the back door. There's the one scorpion kick, and then a glove save by Hinds in behind him. Oh my goodness. How does Hinds, his size, even get back there? Doesn't close the glove on it, keeps it out.
Just what was that moment like for you, and kind of take me through that?
I mean, it was so fast. Like I didn't really realize. Just so it was like an instinct. So everything was so fast. Just jumped behind the goalie and just push the puck away and everything. And when I got to the bench, I realized I just saved a massive goal and everything. So no, it was fun, and I hope we do the same thing in Halifax and we play good hockey over there.
How much did that big game experience help you, help the other guys that played there as well?
I think it's the fans there was full, so loud, and the pressure and everything. And when you play like in Team Canada and everything, the pressure, everybody's looking at you and everything, so you don't want to make mistakes. So I think it's like the maturity after that. It was like, oh, okay, I come back here, and it's a full crowd and everything, but I'm in control of myself because I got Team Canada. Everybody was watching, and it's like, I don't know, it's less pressure and everything. So,
well, another area where you're going to have a lot of pressure, and I know you're not going to want to talk about this because you got the Phoenix to worry about right now, but is the Anaheim Ducks and that future decor that you guys have. You got yourself, Jamie Drysdale, that's already up there, Olin Zellweger, who's still playing with Kamloops. Pavel Minchikov, who just got eliminated with the 67s, Luneau and Warren with Gatineau. Like, you guys are going to have a pretty stacked defense core. Do you ever, yeah, like obviously playoffs is number one right now, but do you ever sit back and think about how much fun that's going to be in a few years?
Yeah, just at the camp this year with Luno, Warren, and Minsikov and everything, it was just good vibes. They're good players and good persons too. So I think it's going to be really fun. But I like to stay in the present and to focus on my year before next year or next few years. So
Awesome. Well, Tyson, good luck this weekend. Good luck in the next round, and hopefully lots of success for you guys.
thank you. Thanks a lot.
Caedan Bankier and his Kamloops Blazers have one goal in mind, and that's making it to the Memorial Cup as league champions. Making quick work of the Vancouver Giants and Portland Winterhawks was just the first step. The Minnesota Wild prospect, now in his fourth year with the club, tells us why this version of the team is the best he's seen, what it's going to be like to face the Seattle Thunderbirds in the conference final for a second straight year, and how nothing surprises him about Logan Stankoven anymore. Here's Caedan Bankier. Joining me now from the Memorial Cup host Kamloops Blazers with 6 goals and 15 points so far in the playoffs, it's Minnesota Wild prospect Caedan Bankier. Caedan, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. 8-0 in the playoffs, so you're probably doing a little bit better than I am so far. Is this some of the best hockey? This is your fourth year in Kamloops. Is this some of the best hockey that you guys have been playing since you've been there?
Yeah, it sure feels like it. Obviously can't complain with our record so far in the playoffs. So, and it just seems like everyone seems to be playing their best hockey of the season at the right time. So there's not much more you can ask for here right now.
What kind of little things are you guys doing so well right now that's led to this success?
I think just our routine. We're just enjoying coming to the rink every day, and we're excited to see everyone and just happy for everyone's success on the ice. And I think it's just a collective, like, we don't care who gets the success. We just want to win and get the collective goal at the end of the season.
How big is that mentality to have the whole is greater than the sum of the parts mentality right now?
It's huge. Yeah, you look at all the successful teams that have come before us, and you see how they all had success, and you try and replicate that as best they could because they were able to put the we before me, and that's what we've been striving for here, and it's been working very well for us so far.
Well, if there's one area of weakness that you guys have had so far in the playoffs, it'd be on the penalty kill. And knowing who you guys are playing in the next round, you're going to need to tighten that up. So how do you guys go about tightening that up? And is all this time off that you're having right now a benefit to be able to look over tapes and stuff?
Absolutely. You want to be the most prepared you can be for the next series ahead. And obviously, like you said, they have a great power play. So discipline is going to be huge. Try and stay out of the box as best we can. And just try not give them chances. If we do end up on the penalty kill, have good structure and not let them have too much time to set up and day looks.
Well, so Seattle for the second time in the conference final back-to-back years. What do you remember most from that 7-game series last year?
I just remember it was a hard-fought series. Both teams weren't given much out there, and I expect the same thing this year. But we're both two completely different teams this year, so it should be a completely different series. But it's still exciting to go head-to-head against them again.
Other than the player turnover, how are you guys different as a team this year?
I think it's just I think we've just embraced a harder style physical mentality this year. I think we're a hard team to play against. We're pretty relentless with how fast we play and how hard we are on pucks. And we try and spend as little as time in the D zone as can. And I think it's been showing so far throughout the playoffs.
Playoffs are typically a little harder nosed, a little bit more of a greasier game. Do you embrace that style of game?
Absolutely. I think everyone's just embraced that. Like I said earlier, that we just wanna win so bad here, and everyone's collectively bought in. And throughout the lineup, we're just a lot tougher team to play against than we were a season ago.
Well, both you guys and Seattle obviously loaded up for this run, and there's a lot of familiarity on both sides from regular season play to playoffs or just having played with each other. Does that make it easier or harder to prepare for a series like that?
I think it's a little bit easier. Having played them in the last week of the regular season, we kind of got close to seeing what they were potentially like for leading into playoffs. So I guess it goes both ways. They saw us and we saw them. So I think we're going to be very prepared, and obviously I think they'll be prepared as also. But should be exciting. Two good teams going head to head. Should be a pretty fun series.
Yeah, how important were those 3 games in March, really? Because you 2 in the last week, but another one earlier in March. So you guys took those 3 games 2-1. Um, how big were those for you guys to kind of pre-scout, if you will? Because we all kind of knew that this was the matchup that was going to happen.
Yeah, it's obviously huge playing them towards the end of the season. Both teams probably were sending, trying to send their best foot forward going into playoffs. And we know for us that, we figured that if we were going to make it this far, we were going to have to go through Seattle. So we made those games very important and prepared quite a lot there leading up to that. So we're going to be doing the same thing leading up to this series, and going to be ready to go for that.
Career year for you, 37 goals, 85 points, almost 2 points a game in the playoffs so far. Your line's just been deadly in the postseason. Obviously, Seattle's going to be targeting you guys to shut you down. How flexible do you guys have to be with the ability to, adjust on the fly to keep generating scoring opportunities?
Yeah, you got to be super open to that. Obviously, you're not going to score every shift, so you got to be doing other things on your shift other than trying to put the puck in the net. There's going to be times where you're trapped in the defensive zone, so you got to make sure you have good structure and not letting them get too many chances. And when your chances do come in the offensive zone, you got to make the most of it. It's going to be a tight checking series, so you might only get 1 or 2 a game, and you got to make the most of those. So we've been talking about that, and we're gonna have that mentality going into the series.
How much do you look forward to matching up against their top guys on that side and not only generating scoring opportunities like we just talked about, but shutting them down as well?
Yeah, it's going to be a great challenge going head to head against them. And, they got some really good players, some top end players on that side. So if, I'm going to take good pride in trying to shut them down. And if they aren't getting any chances, then it'll feel pretty good that you're doing your job out there and try and keep them in the defensive zone and with their offensive abilities. So the less time they spend in the offensive zone, the better it is for us.
And like you said, the scoring opportunities are going to be at a premium. You got the 2 best goalies in the playoffs so far in Ernst and Milic going head to head. So first of all, how do you guys solve Milic?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good goalie. We've been played him a lot over the years. So we're gonna have a game plan to get after him and try and get as much pucks towards the net as we can and try and solve them as best we could.
Did you pick up any tips or tricks at World Juniors?
Yeah, it's funny. We played together all our lives growing up together. We were on the same team, so I'll have a pretty good idea of how to beat him going into this series.
And second, Ernst, how nice is it to see him playing some of the best hockey of his career right now?
Yeah, it's awesome. He's just such a good guy. Playing behind Garand the last 2 years, he was nothing but positive, and he was just waiting for his moment. And he stepped up big time, and we couldn't be prouder of what he's been showing this season. And just really good to see for him.
What does that do for you guys as the forwards, knowing that he's back there and playing as well as he is?
Oh, it's huge. If there's, a potential breakdown or something, he's going to be there bailing you out, and it'll be solved right then. But like I said, we have so much confidence in him, and we're so proud of what he's been doing this year. And we know he's going to keep it going this series, and we're gonna try and keep it going for him as well.
Is there anything that surprises you about Logan Stankoven anymore?
You try and find it, but you really can't anymore. Nothing surprised me with what he does out there. If he pulls off a crazy move like he's been doing this playoffs, it's just, it's another game for him. It's pretty fun to watch. Obviously, being on the same line with him and just the things he can do with the puck and his vision, it's just pretty special to see.
And how about Zellweger? Obviously, you're familiar with him, having played with him at juniors, but playing against him for the last couple of years. But did you know he was going to be this good for you guys?
I don't know. I knew he was going to be really good. I don't know if he was going to be this good. I hated playing against him all those years, having to go against him, but it's awesome now that he's on our team and we get to watch him do the stuff he used to do to us on the other team. So he was a great pickup for us, and it's been pretty fun to watch him and Stankoven go at it this year.
It's wild to see a forward get a hat trick and 4 assists in a game, let alone a defenseman.
Yeah, that was it was a pretty special game for him. Just watching it, listening to the announcers with another point for him. It was a pretty cool night to be a part of. I think he tied the record, so pretty cool to be part of that night for him.
Now, you guys have had a couple close games. You've won all your games, but you've had a couple close games. Is it nice to have a couple of those games just to push you guys and test you a little bit?
Absolutely. We figure that this series is probably going to be pretty tight, like those close games. So it's good that we got a couple of those games under our belts and, went to overtime and experienced a tight playoff hockey. And I think it's just going to make us stronger in the end. And, we've just been fortunate with a couple goal advantage there in some of those games. But the tight-knit games definitely help us so far.
How much do you guys in the room have you guys talked about like going in through the front door? Obviously, you're going to the Memorial Cup, but you want to win. How much have you guys talked about that?
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. A lot of us here have been here for 4 or 5 years already, and we want to win together. We don't want to be the team that gets through the back door into the Memorial Cup. We want to be the one that wins their way there, and have that for our fans as well. We want them to be watching us all the way through, and as a team collectively, we want to win the league and then get to the Memorial Cup. So that's been our plan since day one, and we've been working towards that so far throughout the playoffs here already.
Do you know when the last time a team went through the front door as host?
I don't, not off the top of my head. I
No.
don't know.
I wasn't sure either. I looked it up before, so I would sound a little bit smarter when we talked. It was Kitchener in 2008, and the last team to go through the front door and win was London in 2005. So it's been a long time since it's happened. What makes you guys confident that you're able to do it?
Yeah, I mean, we just believe so much in each other, and we just have confidence in our play. We just know that if we're performing at our best and we're putting our best foot forward, that it's going to be pretty hard for teams to beat us 4 times in a row. And we know that once we get rolling, that it's going to be fun for us. And we've looked at those teams, and we just didn't want to be that team that snuck in just because we got the Memorial Cup.
Well, for the Kamloops Blazers to make it to the WHL final, what will you guys have had to be successful at to win the series?
We would have had to been very disciplined. Like you said, their power play is very deadly. So we got to make sure we're smart and we play hard, but we got to play right. And, we got to make sure our defense is sound. They're a high-powered offense. So the less chances they get, the better it is for us. And obviously, bearing our chances. It's only going to be a few a game, but, we got to make the most of it. And I think if we do that, we'll be able to get through.
How much are you guys feeding off the atmosphere right now?
Yeah, feeding off it a lot. I mean, our fans have been great. The building's been it's been awesome all playoffs and even into the regular season. It's been super fun to play here in Kamloops this year.
What's it like outside of the rink? You guys have had a lot of time off. I'm sure you've been out and around. Are people coming up to you guys?
Yeah. You get the Blazer fans that come up to us and just keep congratulating us with our success so far and just how excited they are to keep watching us play. And it just motivates you more as a person too to just keep doing it for them. And it's been a long time coming for them as fans. So the most we can do for them is keep her going and keep winning for them.
What types of things as a team have you guys been doing with all this time off?
Yeah, just trying to get hang out outside the rink as much as we can. Just keep getting that bond stronger and just keep enjoying the time we spend together. Obviously, the more time we get to spend together, that means we're doing something right at the rink. So we're just enjoying being in each other's presence and just keep loving coming to the rink.
Since you guys already know that you're going to the Memorial Cup, obviously, do you ever look at the other leagues and just kind of see what's going on in those playoff series?
Yeah, I think you're always looking at the other leagues, seeing what's playing out. Just seeing what teams could potentially be coming in that sense. But we're pretty focused on the league right now and what we're doing. But every once in a while, of course, you take a look over and see how other teams are doing.
You got some World Junior teammates that are still going strong?
Yeah. You take a look at them, see how they're doing throughout their playoffs and how their teams are doing. And see if you can maybe be playing them later in the year.
Who's going to have the best playoff beard by the time you guys are done playing?
Well, it's definitely not going to be me, but I think probably Kyle Masters on our team. He's got a pretty luscious beard going right now.
Well, you've got some facial hair going, but who's going to struggle the most on the team?
Oh, we have a couple guys who are struggling right now. I'm not going to throw them under the bus or anything, but they're not doing so well.
Pick a breakout player from your team for the next round. Can't be your line because you guys have been just on fire, and it can't be Zellweger.
I'm thinking Emmett Finney. He's been playing very well all throughout playoffs and into the final stretch of the regular season, and he's just been slowly chipping away. And I think he's gonna have a breakout series here.
What's final one for me? What's your favorite part about playoff hockey?
I just love how there's games all the time. You're always playing and you're always getting a chance to battle, and it's the best part of the year. And how could you not be excited for it?
Awesome. Caedan, thank you very much. Good luck in the next round.
Yeah, thank you.